Okay, folks, welcome back to another edition of Action Figure Imagery. Today we're having a double review, a review of two figures rather than one. I've did this before in the past with other toy lines where I reviewed over two figures in one video rather than one figure. And we're doing this today, and the reason why I'm doing this today is because it's one character, two different figures but the same character. And you've guessed it, they're both are Teela. One is the Filmation cartoon version Teela right here, and then this is the Turtles of Grayskull Teela right here. Let's look at the packaging. There's the Turtles of Grayskull Teela up close. You see the accessory she comes with. You see the Masters of the Universe logo on one side, and the Turtles Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles logo on the other side. Teela shell kicking warrior goddess. Turtles of Grayskull logo. You see He-Man on the side there, and not Donatello, Leonardo right there. Leonardo is the one with the blue mask. Donatello's the purple. Michelangelo is the orange, and Raphael is the red. I think I got that correct. As you see, she's going against Merman, and on the back of the packaging, and then you see the other figures in the series, and you see the how the shell armor works. And then we move on over to the cartoon Teela, Filmation Teela. That's how she looked in the cartoon. And there's the side view right there. Back of the packaging. She's training. Pawns of the Game Master is the name of the episode where the little miniature robot comes from, that comes with her, along with the shield that she is known for, and the sword that she has in the cartoon is in there too. Okay, now let's get ready to look at both of these figures out of the packaging. We're going to look at them, however, one at a time. I think I'll go over the original cartoon Teela first, then we'll do Turtle Teela, and we'll compare these two Teelas to the original Origins Teela. So here we go. Okay, folks, here we have the original cartoon Teela out of the packaging, and is, in my opinion, it's the spitting image of the cartoon Teela from Filmation. The hairstyle, everything, it's pretty cool. She comes with a sword that you usually see Teela in the cartoon, Filmation cartoon series practice with. And she also fights with the sword too, and the shield also. Look at the shield. And it's surprising. It's made out of real hard plastic. It's not made out of that softer plastic. The shield actually feels kind of hard, like that hard. It's kind of hard to explain, but once you have the figure in your hands, you'll understand what I mean. The sword is soft, made out of soft material, but that's okay. It looks good in her hand. She holds it real well. And many of you all are familiar with the articulation, points of articulation, but for the newbies, you know, the head can go down that much. Trying to adjust my light. Sorry if you see my hand moving at the bottom of the screen. It's trying to adjust my lower light, and it can move back that much. Move her sword down, the arms, and of course, you know, it can turn side to side. Then you go out to the arms area. You can pull out that way. Elbow bends like that. 360 in the elbow. 360 in the wrist. The shoulder blade comes outward. It has a 360 rotation too, somewhat. No, it does not. Trying to, but there's no avail. But you can twist the waist like that. No upper thigh swivel, but you do have articulation in the kneecaps. You do have a swivel right here in the ankle, as you can see. And you can bend the foot down like that. As for the accessories that Teela comes with, other than the weapons, the shield and the sword, Filmation Teela. Let me make her stand without falling. There we go. Well, she fell anyway. I tried. There we go. Let me adjust my camera too so you can get the full image of the figure rather than half of it. Might have to push the image back, the figure back a little bit so you can get all of it, or zoom in. Not sure how to. There we go. Now you got the full image of the figure, and she comes with this mini comic. You see right here, times in, and you'll have previews of the inside of it once we get to the slideshow. And she also comes with an instruction sheet, which shows you which parts can be removable, and you'll see that in more detail in the slideshow. Here's what I'm referring to right here. It's not points of articulation, but swappable parts. And you'll see a scanned image of it in the slideshow. Oh yes, and one more item that comes with Teela. This guy, the training robot. And I'm sure many of you already know he has articulation. You can move his arm circular like that. And the arm with his sword also moves. So up and down motion. No outward motion, just up and down and circular motions with this miniature training robot. That's also in the Filmation cartoon. And now let's look at the Turtles of Grayskull Teela. Put the original cartoon Teela to the side at the moment. I'm going to get another good look at her. I really have to adjust my lighting. It's a little bit too bright, I guess. Alright. And now here's Turtles of Grayskull Teela right here. Without her weapons. Now this Teela right here is a little bit harder to stand than the cartoon Teela. Well, maybe not as quite. There we go. Finally got her to stand. And then here's her sword that she comes with. It's pretty big. You'll see her with it in the slideshow. And here's her shield. You can put it in her hands, on her wrist. I'm sorry about moving the camera. Or it can go in these little insert holes in the back. You'll see in the slideshow also. And the same amount of articulation as the previous Teela. This armor can be removable if you want to. See, it flaps up like that. But you might have to. Well, it got a little flap right there in the back. I don't know if you can see that. See a little piece right there? You can move that and take the armor off if you want to. And then these things right here, these shredder-like items right here. Well, not shredder-like, but well, I guess they could. They can come off, by the way. You can put them on, or take them off, however you prefer. Easy to come off and easy to snap back on. And I like those gold chains and the green. And very nice decoration right there with the colors. And now that you got a good look at both of the Teela figures from a video stand. Oh, I'm sorry. Here's the mini comic that the Turtles of Grayskull Teela comes with. And you'll see more of this in the slideshow also, along with the instruction sheet, just like you saw with the previous Teela. And now that you've seen both Teelas in video form, now let's have a look at both of these Teela figures in picture form in the slideshow. Okay folks, here we have the slideshow of both Teelas, the original Teela from the cartoon and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Teela. First, as in the video portion of this video, we look at the cartoon Teela first, and you see the little training robot on the side of the package, and you see the card art is based on the pawns of the Game Master. you see the training robot and He-Man in the background. You see the left side of the packaging with Teela in the packaging. And there's the right side of the Turtles Teela in the packaging. As you see her, the turtle shield that she comes with on the side, and there's the left side of the packaging. As you see the sword, the big giant sword is on the right side of the packaging, and the turtle shield's on the left. Shell-kicking warrior goddess, as you see He-Man at the top, along with Leonardo. And there's that's what Cartoon Teela looks like when you open her up out of the packaging. You see her and her two weapons that come with her sword and her shield, along with the training robot in the background. There she is without the weapons. And I don't think I mentioned in the video portion that as you can see, I should have never put her right over the ruler, but she's right at a little over 5 inches tall. But you couldn't see the 5, but the breast armor, the chest armor is removable. It can be removed. It's pliable. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, but it is removable. And just look, perfect example out of the cartoon. It's a perfect representation of the cartoon character, with the tiara at the top of her head, the armor, the gold armor, and the shoulder blades, the gold shoulder blades. I mean, it's the spitting images. And you see the blue eyes. Now in the Filmation cartoon, all of the characters' eyes, their pupils were colored black. They didn't have no colors for their eyes, but it still looks like a spitting image of the Filmation cartoon. And there she is next to Origin's Merman figure. As you see the height differences between the two. There she is next to Origin's Sorceress. Can't wait to see what cartoon Sorceress is going to look like. And there she is next to the original Origins Teela. You got the cartoon Teela next to Origins Teela. The original Origins Teela. And this gives you an idea of how different the cartoon character is from the actual toy. Because right now you're looking at a comparison of the actual toy and the actual cartoon version. And there's the old school Teela right here. As a matter of fact, now that I think about it, I'm not sure if the vintage, the Origins Teela look too much like the old school Teela, in my opinion. There's the accessories come with the cartoon Teela. And look at the shields. Look at the differences between the two shields. The shield to your right is Origins Teela, regular Origins Teela based on the vintage. And here's a little mix-up here, where a switcheroo, where I put the original Origins Teela. They're taking each other's weapons. They're changing weapons. The original Origins has the cartoon weapons, and vice versa. The cartoon weapon have their original. And here's the two cartoon collection figures right here. This cartoon collection Merman standing next to Teela. And you see the height difference. I'm shocked by the height difference. I for sure thought that Teela was going to be the same height as all the male characters. Because when you watch the Filmation cartoon, it looks like that almost everyone is the same height. Teela looks to be the same height as He-Man and Man-at-Arms in the cartoon. But here, in the toy line, it looks like the male fat characters tower over the female characters, because all of the male characters are going to be the same height. I'm pretty much sure in this cartoon line. I did not know that Teela was that much shorter than the male characters. Now we move on to the Turtles of Grayskull Teela. And I love those colors on the Turtles of Grayskull Teela with the green and the gold. It's a beautiful combination of colors. Chains, the green, gold, and silver. The silver bracelets. It's pretty cool looking colors. A nice outfit for Turtles of Grayskull Teela. And that helmet, it would have been nice if that helmet was removable. If you could take the helmet off and on, but the armor can be removable. The fur and those things as I showed you in the video portion on the side of her arms can be removed. Those, I'm not sure what they're called. Here's a comparison between the Turtles of Grayskull Teela and Filmation Teela, Cartoon Teela. How they look side by side, and there they are with all of their weapons, both characters with both of their weapons. Well, I don't know why I'm saying characters. I should say Teela with both of her weapons. Different versions of Teela, rather. It's the same character, just different versions of the character. I'm speaking like Teela's, like she's two different people, but this is actually the same person. All this is the same person. A review of both Teelas put together, rather than reviewing them one at a time, because I wanted to make some comparisons between the Teelas. And this is a comparison of Turtles of Grayskull Teela compared to the original Origins Teela. And there you see the armor can come off the Turtles of Grayskull Teela, as you get also a better look at the face of the Turtles of Grayskull Teela. And there's the cartoon Teela with Turtles of Grayskull Teela weapons. Does it look awkward or does it look cool? Let you decide. And there's a scan image of the card back for Cartoon Teela. That previous image you saw was a photographic picture, and there's Teela going against Merman and the Turtles of Grayskull line in this one, in this image right here. Pause, by the way, if you want to read dialogue at the bottom. Here's the mini comic that came with Cartoon Teela times in, and you see King Randor with Teela training. You see the training robots in the hallway. You see Trapjaw and that rock, that sacred rock known as Eternium, that gives its individual. Trapjaw ate those and put them in his mouth in the cartoon, and he was trying to eat one here in this mini comic. Teela stopped him, and had he ate it just like the cartoon, that old Filmation cartoon, it would have gave him incredible physical strength, which it did in the cartoon, by the way, the Eternium. And that's the sheet that came with Teela, the removable parts. That's the instruction sheet. Those are all the body parts you can move, replace, and replace them with other parts. It's one of the cool things about Masters of the Universe Origins is that you can swap up parts. That's very cool. And there's Turtles of Grayskull Teela. And the Turtles of Grayskull mini-comic, as this is called, the Spirit of Grayshell. I almost made a mistake and say the Spirit of Grayskull, but the Spirit of Grayshell. And you see at the bottom of the page, you see Man-at-Arms is walking with the Turtles, along with Teela up front, I think. And that's Casey Jones. Casey Jones. The lady with the bird, sorcerers look-alike, that's April O'Neil. And you see Shredder, not Shredder, but Splinter, their Master Splinter, on your right side. And Merman was transformed into a mutated Merman in this issue also, as you see on the other page. The Turtles take him down, and if you want to, feel free to pause if you want to try to read these, if you can. If you can see, it's kind of hard to see some of it. If you can see it, feel free to pause and read those pages if you want. And there's other available figures. And that's it for this review, folks. I hope you all enjoyed this review of both of the Teela's figures. Everyone have a blessed day, and we'll see you in the next video.